Nick, can you go into explicit detail on how to lie to get a car salesman job? What sorts of dealerships should I look for? P.S. Thanks to you and Jet for this cool stream.
Appreciate it, guys. Guys who are lying to the dealerships. Bulk luxury dealerships. BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Lexus, Jeep, Honda, Toyota, Nissan. No Nissan. Don't go to Infiniti. Infinity's not in the conversation. Don't care about Infiniti. Don't care about Jaguar. Range Rover is acceptable. You're going to go to them and you're going to tell them that your cousin was a 30-car salesman and you lived with him while your mom cleaned up her drug habit. And he taught you everything you need to know about selling 30 cars a month and that you won't leave every day until you sell a car. And then you stay there and you have to do everything you said. That's all. It's going to be easy. Just seem really eager to work, man, and you'll get a job. And if you really are that fucking crazy to write a guy in a stream a fucking... a message on how to be a car salesman, you'll be able to do it, bro.
Nick, you got a message on Instagram from someone that put that advice to work. They lied. They got a car dealership job, and then they messaged you saying it worked.
It worked.
That was recently, right?
That was yeah. Dudes do it all the time. There's 60 dudes selling cars right now because they've been working our program, the 5-step program. And there's dudes out there killing it. It makes me sad, and it makes me so excited every day. It's why I go to work every day, is for these kids out there that are making themselves 10, 15, 20,000 bucks a month, getting themselves out of fucking deep depression holes and like making themselves a fucking $1 or $2. Go make yourself a fucking $1.25, my man. Get out there and fucking crush it. It's easy, it's fast. All you have to do is lie to one salesman and you have the job. Done. What's the alternative? You tell me how many fucking hoops you have to jump to go to work at Merrill Lynch and shit. Get treated like a piece of shit for like seven months and make them go to school and work as for like 40 grand. Car salesmen that are fucking idiots making like $20,000 a month. Fast. I don't ever want to see anybody depressed and not being able to figure shit out working for fucking $13 an hour. Fuck that shit.
Yo, when you click like, it helps me help my daughter.
A-hole with the 25, thank you, sir. He says, hey, Nick, I'm trying to become a car salesman. I know what you've said. You can just lie to get the job, but what are some things I should know to actually be able to do the job, such as paperwork, things like that?
Yeah, you should know how to do a deal. I mean, I would know you have to, there's a deal process, which I talk about in other things. You should know the competition. Lie and say you have a cousin that has it, that's real close to you. That's what I say to lie about, just so they think there's some proximity to you and a person who actually knows how to sell a car. And then just say you have the enthusiasm on, and then think about what the prospective buyer, whatever brand you pick out, think about what the consumers, and then tell your boss that. And then know how to spot a good used car and know how to spot the best deal of a new car. That'll be impressive if you can figure that out through your own logic. What the most sold car that they sell. What's the bread and butter thing they sell.
Ryan Patterson with the 25. Hey, Jet and Nick, I'm 20 years old and I'm getting tired of my job as a restaurant waiter. I really want to do my car sales. What are your best tips for someone getting into car sales with no experience?
Guys, with no experience, I had this happen to me. With no experience, learn the product first. Learn the sale. All right? Find a brand that you like and you can identify with. If you tell me what kind of car is the person drives, I can tell you a little bit about that person. Any kind of car, I can say what kind of person they are. Tall, short, fat, height, race, sexual preference. No. So you got to know who you are and what you're selling. It's sort of important. I like volume luxury because, hey, I like volume luxury. So I like to sell a lot of things. But if you like more of a boutique-y style, so just keep that in mind. Know what you're talking about a little bit. Know what the person is thinking who's buying the unit. If you're buying RAV4s, you're thinking about CRVs. You're thinking about the Hyundai Kona. You're thinking about the Volkswagen Tiguan, or the Volkswagen, Tiguan. Know what they're thinking. Know the product line. Know the interest rates. Know what cars aren't selling on the lot. Know what used cars are selling on the lot. Know what a hot used car in that brand is. That's impressive. To be like, oh, you guys must sell a ton of 2016 just out of warranty Corollas. Yes, we do. Man, you must have a tough time finding them. Yes, we do. Stuff like that. Good
Nick
luck.
Singer with the 25. Nick, with your experience in car sales and antique sales, I was wondering if you had any sales advice for people who aren't as naturally gifted in the art of the sale, like us schizo artist types.
Yeah, don't be a fucking psychopath. Most of the time it'll work.
Get on your lithium.
Yeah. Know what you look like and know what you sound like to people. Assume the person you're trying to, quote, sell something to has, seen it before. So you don't want to be the weirdest one, and you, I don't know, be able to deliver and have your rates set and have a plan in mind when you talk to someone. I guess have like a rate and a plan. That should help. Being organized in the art space isn't easy, but I mean, we're constantly paying people to do work, and if people have a plan on it and a beginning and an end, there should be some sort of number being shit out.
I like your take about car sales when you said be like not brutally, just be super honest.
Yeah.
And kind of shock them with how much you're not trying to be a charlatan.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, maybe this one's for you. I'm gonna be honest with you. This one's better. This one that is, I would make less money on is better. Like from your standpoint.
Or buy the other person's car. Go buy the Lexus. You're trying to be here so uncomfortably. You should buy a Lexus, and it's not an insult. It's just we're never gonna get there, and I'm not trying to be a prick.
Yeah.
It's just that kind of like price is here. And honestly, I'll be honest, my car is going to be a maintenance nightmare, so it doesn't even stop here.
Yeah.
That's the way I would stop. Like, it's not even that bad, because not only is it more money, the product, it doesn't stop there. There's even more shit that comes along with it. So this bad news gets worse.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the guy that gave it to you and didn't tell you. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oil changes are $700. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like $450. That hurts.
Yeah.
I know. Mirrors are like $2,000. Yeah. Yeah. Chevy Silverado mirrors are like $280. I know.
I think that's the ultimate disarm, because when you're selling
The
something,
non-sale.
people are the non-sales is strong because
People are scared to walk it.
they're instantly looking for lies.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like getting off to the fact, yeah, I knew he was gonna pull something. They're like, I feel like on the drive over there, they're like, he's gonna try to fuck
Always.
me.
They're so armed that you walk in,
Yeah.
they're like this. Hi,
You're
we're
like,
going to
hey.
look at a car? Excellent.
You're like,
yeah,
okay,
something
come
for
on.
SUVs. Maybe it's just like something that can fit the children. Yeah, something all-wheel drive, like leather, and we're trying to keep our payment around, like $600. And I'm like, $600 buys you $36,000. The starting price of our smallest SUV is $42,000. Our largest one that fits 8 passengers, the starting price is $72,000, which is $1,400 a month. How far apart are we? With 30 seconds. I tell them that within 30 seconds. And they're like, oh! And I'm like, I'm not trying to fuck with you. A used one is $36,000. I will show you the 5 used $36,000. And let's assume that we didn't price them so out of the market that we're crazy.
Yeah.
But just look at what you got for $36,000. And I know what you're going to say. These look like shitty cars. Because you're right. They are shitty cars. Because you came in here wanting Mercedes for $36,000. And that was it. But no big deal. I'll tell you where to go to get a good $36,000 car. And then it's right over there at Lexus. And then I would send them over to Lexus, and the guys running the Lexus were fucking losers, and they would fuck the deal up. And then they would go to Infinity. It used to blow my mind.
You're sending them money.
I'm sending them deals, and they're fucking
like,
up deals, and
oh.
they're turning, we call them turning, it's like an insult. Hey, what are you guys going to do? Turn your Lexus customers into Infinity customers with your bad fucking tactics? And then they would go to Infinity, which is a terrible car, the worst of the luxury brands. So you just fucked up a consumer. You ruined that person's life by being a dipshit.
We got False with a 25. Hey Nick, I ended up getting a sales job at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I know about cars, but I've never had a sales job in my life. I feel like I'm going to be fine, but any tips for me starting off fresh?
Nope. No, of course. Sell Dodge diesel pickups. Stay to these customers. So in the lineup of the vehicles, sell Jeep Grand Cherokees, Jeep Wrangler leases. Right? That's the only thing, right? Talk about the longevity. The Jeep Grand Cherokee competes with the Range Rover and the cars that are 2 and 3 times more. The Range Rover is $160,000. Is that where you were looking to spend, Mr. Customer? You were looking, or did you want to get a Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve for $70,000? That's half the price and has twice the stuff with a Macintosh audio. And then the Jeep Wranglers, I don't think there's ever been a situation where anybody's too far upside down in a Jeep Wrangler, and we don't sell them over sticker, yada yada. That's the case. The rest of the cars, leave them in the trash. Don't even sell them. Those crap ass, like the Cherokee, any of the Dodge SUVs are shit. You don't want those. Just stick to the pickups. I think Dodge Ram just pulled their pants down, and they're offering a $479 lease on the pickup. So what you always watch for is, in the car companies when you work for, who's going to hoe up first? Who's going to put their car into the street for cheap money, and it literally is going to cost the house money? Meaning, like, Infinity is famous for it. I'd be selling cars, and let's just say an Acura was like a good deal at, like, let's just say $500 a month, an MDX for a lease. People would come in with like an Infinity JX, whatever the stupid nomenclature they have, and they'd be like, I'm leasing this for $380 a month. And I'd look at the lease and it was real.
Yeah.
And I would be like, go buy it. That's so cheap. Like, I can't even believe they're letting a car out that competes with this out for $380. That Infinity almost bankrupted themselves a couple of years ago doing that. In 2007, I think they did. They almost put their company in the toilet because they were writing out, it was the M70 or whatever, that their big body sedan. They were leasing it for like $500 a month, and it had no business being fired. It was like none of the numbers worked, and it almost blew the company apart. You can look into it. That's why I hate Infinity so much. But whoever pulls their pants down first and hose their car out is a really big tell. You'll be able to find out. Go shopping for all the makes and models that you want. But I think Ram just did it with their pickups. And hey, everything's fun when it's a good deal. Like, hey, do I love Dodge? No. But would I pay $175 more a month for a Ford or a Chevy? No, I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the sale. That's the when you have a product that's gonna the companies, the manufacturer's gonna hoe it out. Play the hoe role. It doesn't matter.
We got Joe Collins with the 25. Nick, any good car sales courses? Andy Elliott looks like a total roid head scammer.
Dude, you don't need car. Yeah, go ahead.
I've been on the floor for 3 weeks, and we're giving new cars away with no profit. I see guys sell 5 a day, and I'm struggling to find what works.
All right, dude. If you're working at, all right, so that's called a whorehouse. All right, listen to me. You don't need fucking sales. You need to understand the dynamic of what you're selling. If you working in a whorehouse right now, you tell the customer you work in a whorehouse. You say, my manager is going to give you a fucking car. If you let customers leave, you should be closing at 100% closing ratio. If someone came there to buy, they didn't come there to buy fucking lollipops, you wear them down and you sell as many cars. You figure it is a simple machine. And you're not fucking anybody. When you are in a place where your manager's a dipshit and he doesn't want to hold any profit, good. You know what you do? You exploit it. You sell, you figure out the game, and you figure out the way they do it as fast as possible. Watch the guy who's doing 5. He's saying something into the parking lot on the test drive to him. He's like, listen, here's the deal. We're going to go inside. I'm going to fight for you a little while. My manager's going to give it away. He needs to move units. It's a perfect time to buy a car. COVID fucked us over. We're paying $5,000 over sticker. Now we're doing $3,000 off. That's $10,000 the other way. You got to take it right now. There's 4 cars in the lot. Understand your inventory and sell them the good ones. Pick out the good ones for your customers. That's your edge.
Mr. Meaner with the 35 Canadian. Hey, Nick and Chris. Nick, I was the guy who DM'd you last Friday asking you, as a 23-year-old with no skills, should they get into car sales? I have no automotive knowledge but want to make a lot of money.
Go for it. I got a kid hit me up this week and he was like, bro, I was working as a fucking Amazon driver and I just sold 21 cars this month. And my paycheck was like, he sent me his pay stub and it was like $11,000. That's why I do this stuff, dude. I fucking love that. An Amazon driver's not gonna make fucking $11,000 a month. You fucking know it. I don't want to hear it. It's not cool. It's the kid just turned himself into a fucking beast. All right? He was alone driving in a fucking Amazon truck. I get it. If you're hungry, just go to a good car dealership. Volume luxury, please, God, try to understand what I'm saying. Volume luxury, Honda, Toyota, Lexus, Acura. Acura is not volume though, so Acura is not really that much money unless you're. But volume is what you want. You want volume bonuses. You'll get really good at it. The beginners. For the beginners, go to the volume dealership. The guys who have no experience, they'll take A, you'll get hired because it's a fucking whorehouse, and B, it's a chance for you to learn how to sell 20 cars and make yourself fucking 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, $22,000 a month. It changes your fucking life. It changed mine. It made me stop taking people so fucking seriously.
Eli Shu with the 25. I've been doing carpentry straight out of high school, but I've gotten too comfortable and my pay has been stagnant. Do you think I have a shot at being a car salesman with a DUI on my record?
No, they get pretty hard on that. It's okay. I have a DUI. You'll get by it. It just takes a little time, but it's not worth it. If your work has become stagnant, get out of the rut. Start taking on more work. Like double down for just a little bit, but have a plan. Say I'm going to do 6 more hours of work a week. I'm going to take that money. I'm going to buy myself a blowjob or something, a mental blowjob. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to work and do a side job to make an extra $250.
400 for the MILF.
400 for the MILF. I'm going to pay a MILF to titty fucker for 400.
It's not sounding so bad anymore.
It's not, right? Are you almost done? Are you almost done? I thought you liked this. What would I like about this? The wafting of your shit ass?
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been talking about how titty fucking is just so fucking unfun and how like ridiculous of a concept it was like growing up. Like, oh yeah, titty fucked her and everything. Like, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Get a foot job.
Yeah, right. Strange. And it was just so normal.